step away from me? I don't feel comfortable while I'm getting in my car and you're standing behind me.
Is it illegal for tags to be obscured?
Yeah.
So if anything's in front of it blocking any part of the tag,
Right.
that's not legal.
It's not legal.
And we could get a ticket.
Just so you know, if you get caught...
I don't need any instructions.
Okay,
I'm not going to listen to any directives. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Stop looking
I'm going to do it as soon as you leave.
Okay,
As soon as you leave.
If you're tampering with motor vehicles, then I will arrest you.
If I what?
If you're tampering with motor vehicles,
I never was and I never will. I don't
So
need any
don't.
directives. I don't need any directives. You're dismissed.
Okay, Nate,
How did you get in?
I just walked through the door. Is this like a restricted area?
Yes.
Who are you is the question.
What's your names?
No, let's go. Let's
No.
go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call the cops. If you're gonna get out of here, I'm gonna call the cops.
Just don't, you don't need to touch me.
No,
Okay?
I'm
We're
not
not here.
touching you.
You
Let's
didn't
go.
touch me, ma'am?
But
Really?
You're not authorized to be in here.
There's no restricted area signs.
Yes,
There's no
there
trespass
is.
open to the
There's signs that
public.
say employees only.
Right, yeah,
So the door was
that's-
not secured when you went through.
Right.
That's on them.
It was open.
Let me see your ID.
What makes you think you have the authority, sir, to just ask me for my ID?
Management is asking you to leave. We are not asking you to leave by any means. If they want you detained and arrested, that's on them. We are not detaining you. We are not arresting you. We're not removing you from this building.
Right.
They are asking you to leave. As far as I'm concerned, that's a public lobby.
Can I speak to a supervisor, ma'am, please?
Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We're diving into 3 real-life thought-provoking scenarios. From police breaking the very rules they enforce, tense interactions with citizens, to valuable lessons about transparency and civil rights. These aren't just stories. They're reminders of our rights and responsibilities in ensuring fairness and respect. Let's get started.
Can you step away from me? I don't feel comfortable while I'm getting in my car and you're standing behind me.
Is it illegal for tags to be obscured?
Yeah.
So if anything's in front of it blocking any part of the tag,
Right.
that's not legal.
It's not legal.
And we could get a ticket. The Volusia Sheriff's Office, district offices, getting some B-roll and just working on a couple things. And they got some of these trucks recently. They got these new Ford F-150 pickup trucks. Just within the last couple months, started seeing these around. But I made an observation here. I see this right here. This is a Florida statute violation. You can't have anything that partially obscures that tag. And if you see there, we'll look at it straight on. Can you see the whole name of the state? Now, am I being petty? Yeah, I'm being petty, but I'm being petty because this is something that's enforced by police, right? They will be petty. You can't even have a clear license plate frame on there. You can't have anything in front of that tag. Even if you put a clear license plate cover over your tag, you could get pulled over for it, get a ticket for it. So this is kind of hypocritical when you have things like this by the Volusia Sheriff on a police vehicle that's got statute violations on it. And obviously they did this, so they know they did this. Typically you would see these lights affixed on the sides of the license plate. I see they got some, trailer things here, so maybe that wasn't an option. So instead they just said, well, screw it. We're the police. We can do anything we want that's against the statute, because who's going to give us a ticket? Who's going to stop us for it? Well, this is why we have to police the police and bring things to their attention. We'll see the driver of the vehicle when they come back out. We'll ask them about it. We'll try to ask them about it. Now remember, if you or I borrow a friend's car and you have a tag violation on there or something, and you get stopped for it, it's not your car, you didn't put the tag on it, you got it that way, that wouldn't be a valid excuse for you. So keep that in mind before we ask, because sometimes, like with police tint violations, we've been given that excuse. It's not my car, that's the way I got it. That doesn't work for the people. That doesn't work for you and I. So that's interesting. And I want to see what they have to say about it, because this is something they knowingly did. They know what the statutes are because they pull people over for it. So it's not like, oh, we didn't know. They can't play ignorant. They use this statute as probable cause to stop cars. Something blocking the tag, that's usually a pretty BS reason to stop somebody. Usually they want to see what else they can find, and they're just going to use your tag cover, your tag frame or whatever as the probable cause to stop you and go fishing, go on a fishing trip, fishing expedition, see what else they can find. But the point is, they use that statute, they know that statute, so they knew when they did this, they're violating that statute. And I want to know what they have to say for it. Do I personally care about that? Hell no, I don't personally care about that. But we can't be hypocritical, right? We can't be hypocritical. So if they're enforcing these things, they have to follow these things. That's just the way it is. A lot of cops get mad that I point these things out. They get mad that I point the tin out and things like that. But hey, you know, if you're out here expecting these things from people, you can't be a hypocrite. You cannot be hypocritical. The tint is close. I don't know. The tint could be legal. It might be right at the legal limit. I'm not sure. The back windows don't matter. The front windows, it doesn't have a strip on the windshield. I'm not sure about that. It's pretty close. It might be legal. It's hard to say. But let's see what they have to say about the statute violation on the tag back here on this Volusia Sheriff's Office vehicle. Hey, do you know in Florida statutes, can anything be obscuring the tag? Like anything in front of the tag?
You can't have anything obscuring the tag.
Any part of the tag? Just so that's nothing can be obscuring the tag? Not very friendly. I'm not being. What was your name?
I know. I appreciate it. I gotta finish some stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. What's your name though?
Huh?
What was your name?
DePinto.
DePinto? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not being an ass, man. I was just asking a question. That's all.
No, I'm not saying you were, man.
Yeah.
I just gotta fill some stuff out. Right?
Yeah. Well, that deputy, he looks like he's brand new. And I've never seen him before. But he reluctantly agrees that no, nothing can be obscuring that tag. For full clarity, for full transparency, any angle we look at this tag, it's partially obscured, right? So just so they can't say, oh, well, at this angle, whatever. Again, that would be an excuse that wouldn't be acceptable for a citizen. But unless we go like, well, no, there's no way to look at that is not obscured by those lights that they put on, that they installed on this Volusia Sheriff Police vehicle, right? There's no way to get around it. Any way you look at it, any angle you look at that thing, it's obscured against this Florida statute that they enforce. Hello. That's your truck? It's got a statute violation on it.
Okay.
Do you know the tag is obscured? Did you already know the tag was obscured?
Can you step away from me? I don't feel comfortable while I'm getting in my car and you're standing behind me.
Oh, well, get over your feelings.
Okay.
So you're above the law then? You don't care about the statute violation? And why are you an asshole? Hey, what's your name? What's your name? Your name? I hope you hit that. I hope you hit that. Hey, tags can't be obscured in Florida, right? Above the law. We're above the law here.
It's unacceptable when law enforcement violates the very rules they enforce on citizens. This not only erodes public trust, but also sparks frustration within the community. If citizens must follow the law, then police should lead by example. This is why holding authorities accountable is essential to ensure fairness and transparency.
So there you have it. They don't care. They can violate the law, and it doesn't matter. She's actually training this one. This is a trainee. She just put that example on the, so this one is going to be learning to do just what that monster of a person did. Sorry, I hate to be mean, but damn. That's just a nasty, nasty person. Nasty person. So we will get her name, and you can, if you decide that you feel so inclined, you can let them know, the Volusia Sheriff's Office, what you think about a genuine statute violation. You saw that I did not come at her nasty. I did not come at her aggressively and immediately standoffish. She doesn't feel comfortable with me standing 15 feet behind her. Well, then you shouldn't be a cop. You need you need to seek a new line of work if you're so scared for a citizen to be standing 15 feet behind you as you get into your car. How the hell does she go to the grocery store and park and ever manage to get back into her car. That must be a terrifying experience for her. Absolutely terrifying. So you saw what her response. Okay, she doesn't care. She just doesn't care. Okay, whatever. I'm the police. Doesn't matter. Statute violations don't matter, so we'll have to file a complaint, I suppose. And see what they're going to do. See what they're going to do about this statute violation that she clearly could care less about, and is a horrible, horrible person to be training new deputies. That's an attitude. That's so terrible. What's up, man? I just tried to get a deputy to answer a question. I don't know. I was nice to her, but I think because I'm holding the camera, she just took off.
What was your question?
In Florida, can tags be obscured in Florida? Is it illegal for tags to be obscured?
Yeah.
So if anything's in front of it blocking any part of the tag,
Right.
that's not legal.
It's not legal.
And we could get a ticket for it.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So the reason I asked her is because her tag is obscured.
Okay.
It has two things in front of it. And I was nice to her. I said, hey, I just noticed your car has a statute violation on it.
Okay.
And she's like, okay. I was like, all right, well, I just want to let you know, maybe you don't know it's a statute violation or whatever I said. And she turned around and she's like, I was standing this far away from her.
Right.
And she's like, back up. I don't feel comfortable with you standing close to me. I was like, what about, are you above the law? I'm trying to tell you have a statute violation that a citizen could get stopped for and could get cited for. And I'm just trying to bring it to her attention. And man, I don't know what her name was. She drives a pickup truck. Blonde female, she got a trainee.
I'm not sure.
I gotta figure out her name. That's the thing too. And she also had a trainee.
Right.
And I don't think I've met you. What's your
Deputy Dallas.
Dallas.
Yes,
I've not met you. So to have that attitude towards someone who's just saying, hey, do you know you have a statute violation on that truck? With a trainee. She's got a trainee too. And then you'll see in the video how nasty she was. That's how she's training new deputies. This is what makes cops look bad. Attitudes like that. And you've been very nice to me. And you had no idea what I even wanted to say, but you're talking to me. And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
you didn't come off hostile. I'm not coming off hostile.
Yeah, that's how it is. And I appreciate that. And that's what I hope to always see. But when people see that attitude that she had, they don't associate that with just her.
Right.
They associate it with that uniform and that badge. So now when somebody encounters that, then they see you, they're already gonna have a negative feeling towards you, and might be hostile towards you because they were just treated poorly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when other cops act like that, that affects you. It affects everybody.
Right.
I don't know what her problem was. I guess she must feel like she can do what she wants. The trucks are pretty new, the F-150s.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, we can't have that.
No,
people can't have that.
Yeah.
So they can't, we can't have hypocritical policing. That's something I do look for. And, personally, do I care that the tag is obscured? No. But if we're enforcing things with a vehicle that isn't following the things being enforced, that's a problem. Right. So I just wanted to bring that to her attention. And nope, she didn't want anything to do with it. I saw her a few weeks ago, and I just, from a distance, I said, hello. And she just walked away from me. So I kind of thought she might be, nasty attitude. But, yeah, she sure is nasty. Nasty. But I appreciate you talking to me, man. This is what I'm always looking for. When I encounter, I'm not anti-police. Shit would make you believe I'm anti-police and want to defund them. I'm pro-police. I'm just pro good police. Non-hypocritical police, stuff like that. I'm against that. What just happened right there, I'm against that.
Okay.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks. Dallas,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, man, and thanks for talking to me. I appreciate you.
Nice to meet you too, bro.
So, you saw what we already know. That's another deputy who confirms that is illegal. That's a statute violation, that we could get a ticket for it. And I appreciate his attitude. That's what I hope to get, right? You replay that video back yourself, and you tell me if I was nasty to her. Tell me who the escalator was. Trained in de-escalation, they claim to be, right? Trained in de-escalation. But her response to me letting her know, hey, you have something hypocritical and illegal on your vehicle, shrugs her shoulders. Okay. So that's kind of like, so what? I'm the police. Get the F out of here. And she turns around, get away from me. You're making me feel uncomfortable. Like I said, God bless her when she has to go shopping and has to get back into her car. That must be a nightmare for her. An absolute nightmare. I don't know how she does it. She needs to find a new job if she's so scared. You're so scared to be this, you can't get in your car when there's a citizen trying to talk to you who you know is no threat, is no issue. You just see that a cop like that is a red flag. That is a cop that is against people who police the police. Perfectly good relationship with good cops, right? The only ones that don't like what I do are the ones typically that have things to hide. Because I'm not anti-police. I'm anti-tyranny. I'm anti-hypocritical policing. I'm anti the wrong thing. I'm anti-blue line gang. And I'm anti-above the law. That's why she's mad at me. And what's up, man? Hey, do you know who the female cop with the truck?
Yes, sir.
What's her name?
Deputy Cagle.
Cagle. All right, I was asking her name and she left on me. Her truck was parked there, and I noticed the tag is obscured. They installed lights over
On the sides, I think, right? Or is
it's
this top
directly in front of the tag.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's not, legal. That doesn't follow the statute. So, and my point is, hypocritical policing, we just have to follow the things that we enforce.
Right.
And when she came out, I was like, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to let you know, do you know your vehicle has a statute violation on it? And she, okay. And I was like, oh, okay, what do you want me to tell you what it is? Do you care to know what it is? And she turned around and barked at me. I was standing, I don't know, at least 15 feet away from her. And she was like, you need to back away from me. I don't feel comfortable getting in my car where you're standing right there. I'm like, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm trying to tell you about the statute violation. I asked her name, she just drove off. I was just trying to let her know that, what she has is illegal. She probably, she could use that as probable cause on a citizen. And
Yeah, if anything, we can, since we're on the same shift, I can let our supervisor, who's pretty good at it, he's a motors guy, to take it out to fleet to just try to get it swapped out.
I just want to let her know. Like, personally, I don't come out here and nitpick, right?
I got you.
I don't care. You can
I've seen you out here plenty of times and you haven't.
Yeah, you could have spray painted windows for all I care. Dark as you want. Personally, I don't care. But if somebody, and this is just an example, if someone has tint that dark on a police car and they're using that car to enforce tint laws, that I have an issue with, right?
I can agree.
But, I don't care. Personally, I don't care. Just like that. I don't care. But we're enforcing things, we got to follow them too. So yeah, that was it, man. I was just trying to find her name, but I appreciate you, man. Take care. Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let them know what you think if you feel so inclined. There'll be some contact information right there, but also in the description to all of my videos, contact information to the agency in question is always there. You think that female deputy acted like she feels like she's above the law? You think she's properly training that trainee in how to communicate with the public? Did I come off as an ass, or did I come at her respectfully? Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the notification button and subscribe if you haven't already. We got some big stuff coming out soon. One of these...
From this situation, we learn that transparency and accountability are the foundation of trust between citizens and law enforcement. Everyone, whether a citizen or a police officer, must adhere to the same laws. Community oversight isn't about opposition. It's about ensuring that those in authority set the right example and uphold their commitments to fairness and integrity.
Just so you know, if you get caught...
I don't need any instructions.
Okay,
I'm not going to listen to any directives. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Stop looking
I'm going to do it as soon as you leave.
Okay,
As soon as you leave.
If you're tampering with motor vehicles, then I will arrest you.
If I what?
If you're tampering with motor vehicles,
I
will
never
arrest
was, and I never will. I don't
So
need any
don't.
directives. I don't need any directives. You're dismissed.
Okay, Nate,
Can you speak up so my camera can hear you?
if you're just gonna be difficult with this,
You came to me. You're being difficult for me.
okay. I don't need the attitude.
I don't need the attitude. Go away.
I some concerned citizen because you were looking into cars that are obviously not yours. There's been a string of car break-ins.
At the police department?
This is not the police department.
What's going on?
That's what we're trying to figure out. What's going on with you?
What's your name?
What are you doing out here?
What's your name?
My name is Nate. You're being investigated right now for peeking into cars and being up to no good. What are you doing?
I don't answer questions. Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are detained right now.
For what? Speak up.
I'll talk to the RP and figure out what they gotta do.
I'm being detained right now?
Yeah, you are detained.
For what?
You said you talk to the RP.
Speak up, sir.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Well, you need to tell me why
I
I'm
don't.
being
I'm talking
detained.
to her right now.
You need to tell me why I'm being detained because it's an illegal detainment.
No, it's not an illegal.
It's an illegal detainment because you can't tell me why you're
No,
detaining
we're
me.
being investigated right now for possible tampering with motor vehicles. There you go. Any other questions?
I'm being detained for tampering with motor vehicles?
That
or
is correct.
suspicion? Suspicion?
Any suspicion of tampering with motor vehicles.
Is suspicion a crime?
Yes.
Suspicion
That's
is not
why
a
we're
crime.
investigating.
Suspicion is not a
I
crime.
didn't say suspicion. So,
She did.
anyways, what's your name?
Is that your buddy over there?
I don't know who that is. I think he just wants to watch the show.
Well, it's not a very good show. So,
I know, it's got two shitty characters right here.
the reason why we're here is just people called and said that they saw you peering and messing around
And
with
you
cars.
already said that. Do you have anything new to say?
So,
Do you have anything new to say?
that's why we're here.
Alright, well, I'm being detained. I'd like to know why.
I just explained that to you.
Okay, I'm being detained for suspicion of tampering. Is that correct?
Right now, you are being detained because we got called here that there was a person that matches your description that was peeking in and potentially tampering with vehicles. So right now, we're trying to figure that out.
Or what? No, if you just step away, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Dude, stop making
Hey,
it
fuck
hard.
you.
Dude,
Leave him alone.
This situation highlights the tension between citizens and police, especially when personal rights are questioned. As citizens, we have the right to ask for a clear explanation of detention and decline to answer without a legal basis. However, both sides must remain calm and respectful to prevent unnecessary escalation and ensure a constructive resolution.
Yeah, that's right. Keep it pushing, bitch.
Your friend be arrested for obstruction? No. So just
Yeah, why don't you go arrest him for obstruction? Is that really what you think you're gonna do right now? You're gonna arrest him for obstruction? What is that, 30 feet away?
where's your driver's license?
Why would I have a driver's license?
Because I would like to know who I'm talking
Well, that fucking sucks. Any more stupid questions?
to. Are you gonna stop being a dickhead?
Fuck no.
Is this how you talk to every single person?
Nope, just people that harass me.
We're not harassing. We're trying to figure out.
Well,
why
you're detaining me, and I don't
why
want to be
you're
detained
looking
right now.
Into vehicles that are not yours.
Is that a crime?
Yes.
What crime is it?
Tampering with motor vehicles.
Tampering is a physical act. Are you fucking retarded?
That's why we're investigating it.
Well, I don't have to help you with your investigation. Now fucking hurry up. I'd like to be on my way.
Yeah, if we can just quickly get your name, then we'll be on your
Never
way.
gonna happen. I told you there's cars over there with
Giving you
expired
a lawful
tabs.
order to provide your name.
You're lawfully requiring me to...
I'm asking you for your name. For your
Nope,
driver's
you gotta
license.
take me to jail.
Is that really worth it, my guy?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's
take me to
not,
jail.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, you're full of shit. You know you
I'm
can't.
telling you right now.
You'll lose your qualified
it's not.
immunity and I'll get a bunch of money.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, if you don't know, you should try reading.
Okay, you're just trying to be some big dude saying.
I'm not. I'm sitting down and you're standing next to me with weapons and armor. I'm not a big dude. I'm literally sitting down.
And I'm not a big person either.
I never said you were.
Listen, can I just explain this to you real quick?
Sure.
Imagine somebody was messing with your car in your driveway. And a
Well,
neighbor
we're
called,
not
right?
in a
Just listen to me,
driveway.
just
We're at the
listen to me real
fucking
quick.
police
I understand
department.
that. Let me just explain to you why
No,
we're here.
I'm not. I don't want to listen.
We didn't
I
just
don't
stop
fucking
here
care.
because we wanted to talk to you.
I don't
We
care.
got called here because someone matching your description was messing with vehicles. We came to investigate it. You matched the description. We're here. I don't see any damage.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you're good to go.
Okay. Well, leave me alone.
We don't have. I'm just explaining
Be
to you
on
why
your way.
you're.
You're literally blocking a fire lane for a non-emergency. Get the fuck out of here, dumbass. It's not an emergency. It's not an emergency.
It doesn't need to be an emergency for me to park right there.
It doesn't have to be an emergency to block an emergency fire
I'm
lane.
blocking it. I'm not even on the road.
No parking, fire lane.
Fire truck to the guy on the sidewalk, not blocking anybody.
All right, is that what we're here for, or are you guys just here to harass me?
No, it wasn't harassment. It was a
All right, well, hurry the fuck up. I'm sick of this.
It was a lawful detention of why we're here investigating the activity.
Do you need something? I do not know. You'll have to go to a pharmacy for that. The medical building near the police station.
Is this a pretty serious detainment? How serious is this detainment? How serious is this detainment?
You have to go to like Walgreens or CVS.
Hey, pay attention.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I can't. You can shut the fuck up.
You have to go to Walgreens or CVS.
Get the fuck away from me.
Yep.
Am I being detained?
You want to talk to me longer?
No.
Okay.
Just so you know, if you get caught...
I don't need any instructions.
Okay,
I'm not going to listen to any directives. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Stop looking
I'm going to do it as soon as you leave. As soon as you leave.
If you're tampering with motor vehicles, then I will arrest you.
If I what?
If you're tampering with motor vehicles,
I never was and I never will. I don't need any
don't.
directives. I don't need any directives. You're dismissed.
Okay, Nate, we can go. We don't have to
You have a good day.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
This situation teaches us the importance of understanding personal rights when dealing with the police. However, maintaining respect and calmness is equally crucial in diffusing tension. Confrontation rarely solves issues and often escalates conflicts. Remember, constructive dialogue is always the best way to protect both your rights and mutual respect.
How did you get in?
I just walked through the door. Is this like a restricted area?
Yes.
Who are you is the question.
What's your names?
No, let's go. Let's
No.
go. I'm going to call the cops. If you're going to get out of here, I'm going to call the cops.
Just don't, you don't need to touch me, okay?
I'm
We're
not
out here.
touching you.
You didn't touch me, ma'am?
But
Really?
You're not authorized to be in here.
There's no restricted area signs.
Yes,
There's no
there
trespass
is.
open
There's
to
no
the
signs that
public.
say employees only.
Right, yeah,
So the door was
that's-
not secured when you went through.
Right.
That's on them.
It was
See your ID.
open.
Let me see your ID.
What makes you think you have the authority, sir, to just ask me for my ID?
Management is asking you to leave. We are not asking you to leave by any means. If they want you detained and arrested, that's on them. We are not detaining you. We are not arresting you. We're not removing you from this building.
Right.
They are asking you to leave. As far as I'm concerned, that's a public lobby.
Can I speak to a supervisor, ma'am, please? When we, the people, record them.
Can we help you?
Hi, ma'am, how are you? Who are you?
We work for the department. How did you get in?
How did I get in?
Yeah.
Oh, I just walked through the door. Is this like a restricted area?
Yes. This is the government
What are
building.
you looking for? What place are you looking for?
Well, who are you, sir? I don't know who you guys are.
Well,
We work here.
Right, but that's...
Who are you is the
that-
question, because you're in PennDOT's building here.
Yeah, you're in
Right.
a state government building over which you're not permitted to be. You don't
Why
have
am I not
access to.
permitted to it?
Because you're not an
You're not an
employee.
employee of PennDOT.
Only employees are permitted in this building?
Exactly.
Let's head
Why
let's head
are-
downstairs. Come on.
Why
Why-
are you here?
Well, I'm a journalist. What's your names?
No. Let's go. Let's
No.
go. I'm going
Yes.
to call the
So-
cops. If you're going to get out of here, I'm going to call the cops.
Well, you can call, ma'am.
No,
just
you
don't.
have to listen
You don't need to
to me.
touch me,
No,
okay?
listen.
You don't
All
need
you
to
gotta
touch
do is
me.
move.
Okay,
Let's go.
relax, sir.
No,
Who are
no.
you?
No.
It doesn't
please
matter.
go.
Let's
Who are you?
You're going to have to leave the building now.
I am trying to. You keep grabbing me.
Let's go.
I'm
We're
not
out here.
touching you.
You
Let's go.
didn't touch me, ma'am?
But
Really?
You're not moving,
Please
sir. Come,
leave.
let's go.
This is publicly accessible. I got here
No,
through a
this
publicly
is
This is
accessible
not.
door.
There's a lock on the. You can't. You have to get. How'd you get through?
I just opened the door. It was
What
open.
what door?
The front door.
You can't come through
You
the
didn't-
front door.
I did. That's
There's
exactly
no
what just
way.
happened.
Well, show us where you came through. How about that?
Okay,
Can you show
sure.
us?
I'm going to take the elevator
No,
over
we're
here.
going this way. Come on.
I'll take the elevator
we're
down.
going
I'm
this
leaving,
way.
sir. I'm leaving. Excuse me.
Listen,
I-
you're not.
I was
You don't
just
have
taking a
access.
tour around the public building here.
You're not allowed to do that.
This is not a public
Yeah.
building, and please shut off your camera.
No, ma'am.
Well, you know what? We'll call the cops on you.
Ma'am, what makes you think you could just put your hands on people like that?
Sir,
I wouldn't dare to put my hands on
You're
you.
not supposed to be in here. You're not authorized to be in here.
There's no restricted area signs.
Yes,
There's
there
no
is.
The door is locked
trespassing.
out front. How did you get through the door?
I just opened the door.
There's
the
no way.
whole building is restricted.
We have
There's no
badges.
signs. There's nothing that indicates
Signs all
that.
over.
Where?
State
How
government
did,
outside.
where did you? Which door did you come in?
Through the
All
front door.
restricted.
Yeah, the door locks. You had a piggyback off of somebody that came out.
I just opened the door.
There's no way.
You
It
couldn't
doesn't say restricted area or
It doesn't.
anything. I
The
passed.
door is. There's locks on the doors. You can't.
All doors are locked.
Right, but there's no restricted area.
But how
am I supposed to know this is a restricted area?
How did you get through the door?
I opened the door.
Show me what door you opened. It's impossible.
Can't.
No.
I'm telling you, I opened the door.
Show us the door. Then we got a problem if you opened the door.
I'm telling you, I opened the door. How did I break the door?
Show me the door that opened.
Sure.
We can get it fixed.
No
then.
problem.
Show us where it is.
Is this the door you came
Where's the
through?
restricted area signs here?
Is this the door you came
Yeah, that's the
through?
door. Yeah.
So show me how you came through.
Go out and try and come back in.
Why would I do that if it's a restricted area? I don't want to come back in here.
So you had to come through here, piggybacking off of somebody else.
Oh, it just opened.
No, it didn't. There's
It
no
just
way.
opened.
No, there's no way.
It was open. Maybe the person didn't close it right. I don't know.
No,
But look, there's nothing indicating here that this is a restricted area.
It doesn't matter. You can't get by here unless you have.
Obviously I did.
Unless you have a badge.
Obviously, I did without a badge, sir. It was open.
Let me see your ID.
Who are you?
Let me see.
Why are you asking?
I'm gonna call the cops. Hey,
You
listen.
can call the cops all you want, sir. You told me it was a restricted area and I left.
Can you call the police department?
For what? What makes you think you have the authority, sir, to just ask me for my ID?
You just can't
It just
walk-
opened.
No,
It
no,
opened.
No, it didn't. There's
It
no way.
opened.
There's no
I'm
way.
telling. What did I break it?
This door is locked. As soon as you leave, the door.
When I pulled it, it was open, sir. When I pulled on it, it was
Maybe
open.
it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't fully closed.
Exactly. Maybe you piggybacked.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't fully closed, but there's no signs here to indicate that I'm not allowed to go back there, sir. So how am I supposed to know? And then you both just come at me aggressive like I did something
But
wrong.
what are you doing? I mean,
This
you
is-
have to have a badge.
Sir, there is a
Badge,
government.
everything
I
goes.
did not know that. There's a government building. There's reviews based on people,
See right here?
members of the
See
public.
right here? All visitors must
Must
go
work.
to the receptionist here.
Okay, I didn't see that. And that doesn't mean that it's a restricted area, sir.
Did you report to the receptionist?
No, I did not. I did not know I needed to. I didn't know I needed to report to somebody in a public building. This is the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, is it not?
This is not where you get your license.
I understand that. No, I'm not here for that. This is engineering, right?
What are you here for?
This is engineering, right?
This is the engineering building.
Right.
This is for
I was-
District 11, yes.
Right.
This is for the employees.
Right.
All visitors must report to.
So you do have visitors here.
Yeah, but you gotta report here, right to the
So
receptionist.
what do I report and tell her, that I want to take a tour of the building?
You can't take a tour of the building.
Why?
You cannot.
Are you a supervisor here, sir?
Am I a supervisor? No, I'm the safety person in this building. I'm responsible for safety in this building.
For safety?
I am, yes.
Okay. There's nothing. Nobody is unsafe at this point, sir.
I never said that.
Okay. I'm just letting you know.
You're
Making
walking
it
through
seem-
here is unsafe for
How?
all our employees because you're not allowed in past there.
But there's no.
Almost
Can we
like-
agree that there's no signage on this door that makes it visible, or anywhere that says this is an employees only?
I'm not going to argue.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm speaking facts. Is it not open to the public?
Did you report to the receptionist? Is the question.
No, nobody told me. I passed her. They never told
You
me.
don't have to.
So I have to sign in here and then I can go in?
No.
Why not?
You have to have a specific reason why you're here.
But it's a public building. It's funded by taxpayers, is it not?
We're not going to argue with you.
I'm sorry? I'm filming everything. Yeah, I film that's what a journalist does. He documents his experiences, ma'am. So this is open to the public, right? Just so we're
I don't know what
clear?
you mean by this.
The lobby? Obviously, right? I don't know. I mean, you guys are just making things restricted out of nowhere.
I never said anything about restricted. All I said was you have to report to the receptionist when you come in here. If you're not an employee and able to badge in.
Right.
That's
Again, the
exactly-
door was left open, sir. I don't know. The door was open when I pulled on it, and I passed them.
You're telling me
I
that.
came in here, sir, and I filmed all around here, and then I walked into the door. They saw me. I mean, I don't see the.
I'm just telling you that everybody in this building.
So what kind of services? What kind of services do you offer here in the?
Has a badge to get into the building.
What kind of operations do you conduct here in this building?
We're responsible for the whole district, District 11.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean, sir? All right, well. So, ma'am, there's no way I can just take a look around the publicly accessible areas of a public building? There's visitors here, right? You have to be meeting somebody. So I want to meet with somebody, ask some questions. I'm an independent journalist. Whoever's in charge of the building, just a supervisor or a public information person.
The person you have to call first for that person to be here. People aren't.
They don't work here? Like they're just not always here? Just to ask questions, ma'am? I don't have your permission. You I can't hear you. I don't need permission, ma'am, no. This is a public building, ma'am. This is public property. Yes, it is.
Sir, this is a state government building. This is not public property.
So who funds the state? So does the governor himself own the property? Is that what you're trying to insinuate? That it's his property? I don't get it. There's nothing here, ladies and gentlemen, indicating that this is a restricted area of any kind. There's a directory. When I walked in, I had no idea that there was a small little badge code here. No signs that say this is restricted in any way whatsoever. People were leaving as I was walking in, but how am I supposed to know it's restricted? So is there somebody I could talk to regarding my story I'm working on, sir? Some questions that somebody can answer for me, or? So there's nobody here that can answer any questions for me, sir?
No, I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to be here.
But I am supposed to, I'm where I'm supposed to be right now, right?
Sure.
You see how long the door stays open for? Maybe that's how, I don't know.
Well, if you would just say that your
I don't know. So look, this building does have visitors, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to ascertain what it is exactly that they do here. I know it's an engineering building, but we were just taking a look around the publicly accessible areas here. There's directories. Again, how am I supposed to know that this is a restricted area? They should have better signage. Employees only be on this point. And the way that that woman, the receptionist here, she grabbed my arm. Like, what is wrong with people? How do people just assume that they could just put hands on somebody? I'm not a threat to her. There goes the governor of Pennsylvania right here. I'm sure some commissioners there. I'm not exactly sure who they are, but what are these people thinking, that they could just put hands on people? I don't get it. I really don't get it. They could just grab you up, and that's because they're government, they're public servants? I don't get it. It was a misunderstanding. If that is truly a restricted area, then, you know, I shouldn't have been in there. But I mean, at the same time, how am I supposed to know? It's a public building. The door was open. So we're just gonna make sure. We don't want to ever, they said they were calling the police. We don't ever want to run from law enforcement, especially when we're not breaking any laws. So we just want to clarify everything with them. So law enforcement has escalated and felt the need to call law enforcement for no reason, just a misunderstanding. Hey, sir.
How you doing, young man?
Hey, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
How you guys doing?
How are you?
Good, good.
Did you call?
I didn't call him, no, but our receptionist. Yeah, sure.
Sir, I just wanted to clear one thing up really quick. Just this door here is locked, but when I was walking in, and this is what I was trying to explain to them because I wanted, I was trying to de-escalate the situation. When I was walking in, people were leaving and the door was open, so I just walked in, and this is how I'm trying to explain it to them. Because as you can see, there's nothing that indicates that this is any sort of employees only area or restricted area.
Yeah, it's a state building, so if you have any questions, you can talk to your attorney or the state agency for that matter.
No. I had questions regarding what the agency does here, but now I'm speaking to you only because they called you, and I don't want them to lie and say I did something that I didn't. She put her hands on me, so it was just, I wanted to clarify it, just make sure you understood what's going on.
Definitely reach out to your attorney, contact the state.
Well, I don't need to speak to my attorney. I'm not being charged with any crimes, am I? Okay.
Yeah, it's a state building though. It has nothing to do with local PD. We're just coming down here.
He's videotaping everything.
He's been videotaping.
Hi, sir. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
This is locked.
Look at the big spectacle, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these people stopping their work because of a man with a camera. We'll be sure to get the body camera footage from the officers, from the department, Collier Township, PA.
This situation raises an important question about access to public spaces and the government's responsibility for transparency. As citizens, we need clear boundaries and rules, but the government must also ensure that these are well communicated, such as through proper signage. Both sides should handle such situations calmly and respectfully to avoid misunderstandings and unnecessary escalation.
So they're trying to say that this is a state facility. They need to call the state police. They don't want to deal with it. So the officers are pointing out right now, if you can't hear, that there's no signage stating that this is a restricted area or employees only. So they're not going to be able to arrest me because apparently these public servants want a man with a camera arrested. Actually, there are signs on both sides of the building. So the officer stating that they should put up some signs saying it's a restricted area, employees only be on this point, which I was trying to explain to them. I really don't get it, why it escalated so quickly. I mean, I understand that, you know, technically I'm not supposed to be there, but I had no idea. Again, who would? An open door, no signs whatsoever, directories stating where to go over here. So it's basically it. So she just put her hand on the officer like she put her hands on me. She's trying to explain that to him. Again, whether it's aggressive or not, you don't put your hands on anybody. I don't know where these people were raised, how they were raised, but you don't put your hands on another individual without their consent. You don't just touch people. You know, that's unwanted touching is a battery. That is a crime. But of course, you know, they'll never prosecute her for that or arrest her for that. They're always just looking for ways to arrest the peaceful cameraman, right? That's the way it works. But it looks like these officers, even though they look a little upset to be here, and I don't particularly blame them. You know, they're not violating my rights. They're not saying anything out of the ordinary. They actually told them to put signs up stating that it's a restricted area, employees only be on this point, things of that nature. So we have another law enforcement officers showing up here.
You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
You're not.
Yeah, no. I didn't think I was. I just wanted to. I was actually going to leave, but
yeah. So here's the thing. So
I want to speak to you guys.
Management is asking to leave. Okay, we're local authority. We are not asking you to leave by any means. It's a state building. It's up to the state police to handle their own issues.
Right.
If they don't want to come, that's on them. If they want you detained and arrested, that's on them. We are not detaining you. We are not arresting you. Are you willing to give ID? Are you willing to show your ID just to us for
my name is
report?
My name is Sean.
Okay,
my name is Sean.
So you're like I said, we're not detaining you. We're not arresting you. We're not doing anything. We're not removing you from this building.
Right.
They are asking you to leave. As far as I'm concerned, that's a public lobby.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, sir, I want to make it very clear. I had no idea.
Right. There's no signs.
I figured it was a public building open to the public.
There's no signs that say employees only.
Right. Yeah.
So the door was not secured when you went through.
Right.
That's on them.
Right.
They need to handle that issue and address that issue.
Right. And that's what I was just telling them, sir. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had
you can film all day long, man. I have no
listen,
issue.
I apologize to myself.
No,
listen, I didn't mean to go back there. I didn't know it was. I did mean to go back there, but I had no idea that it was restricted.
Right.
Nothing.
No signs there.
There's literally no signs.
There's nothing. Employees only. There's.
Are you leaving now?
They didn't of course. I mean, it's only common sense.
Now,
well, yeah, I'm going to leave now. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, we're not. Like I said, we are not asking you to leave.
Right. I don't think you are, sir. No, of course. No. I understand, guys. Listen, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time.
Hey, Sean, you're a journalist?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Yes, sir. Independent journalist.
You need to get one of them fancy.
I need to get like a journalist, like a credentials thing.
Like
that
would be awesome.
I think everybody would. I don't know if they'd respect it or not. You know, I could get like maybe I'll make it out of crayon, where it just says press.
Why not? That's what I got my police thing said.
His magic room.
Take it easy, guys. Stay safe, okay? Stay safe out there.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
cooperation.
No, I appreciate you guys clearing everything up. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe out there, guys. Yep, you too. So the Collier Township Police Department responded with 4 patrol vehicles. That's the supervisor there. You know, they did a pretty good job. I think they did a good job. They didn't want to get involved with this nonsense that these people were trying to escalate the situation here inside of the Department of Transportation. And, you know, they didn't want to get involved. They explained to them, hey, put up signage so people know what's restricted and what's not. What is an employee-only area and what's not. Again, no idea that door was sealed. It was locked. There's no way of me knowing. And thankfully, cooler heads prevailed and the law enforcement officers, you know, did some critical thinking. That's what's lacking in this country, some critical thinking skills. And they did critical thinking skills and they said, you know what? There aren't any signs inside of the building stating that it's restricted in any way. As you can see, no restricted area signs. No restricted area signs here. Nothing. People were walking out, as I was walking in, and I simply just grabbed the door and went in. I don't really understand what's the big deal.
You did. Somebody came out and you just grabbed the door and you walked in.
Yeah, so how was I supposed to know? But how, if it's open, how am I supposed to know, ma'am? Logically, just think logically. If it's open, no. But if it's open and I can get in, logically, how would I know? Well, obviously I can't now because it's not open. Obviously. Again, I was just trying to have a conversation with these people. Ma'am, is there a supervisor I could speak to? Ma'am? Is there a supervisor I could speak to? I bet you thought the law enforcement officers were going to arrest me, didn't you? That's what you wanted here today, right, ma'am? You wanted an innocent man to go to jail and sit in a jail cell? That's what you wanted here today, isn't it? Think it's funny if to call law enforcement on an innocent man who broke no laws, right? I've been nothing but cordial to you. You put your hands on me. This is ridiculous. Can I speak to a supervisor? Can I speak to a supervisor, ma'am, please?
No.
Why is that? Because you said so? So is this how you treat members of the public? You know, there's Google reviews that talk about the nasty woman who works at reception desk. Would that be you? The nasty woman who works behind the reception desk? It sure seems that way. But you don't care, right? Because you won't get in trouble. You won't ever get fired for being nasty or putting your hands on people. You're above it all, right, ma'am? Oh, man, what a joke. Anyway, we've done all we could do. We've filmed. We've exercised our rights. Misunderstanding there. It's completely ridiculous. Just trying to ask some questions of our government here. Doesn't make any sense why they won't answer them. But, you know, those officers really did a good job. You know, he asked for ID, but he's asked in a way, would you be willing to give me your ID for my report? You know, he didn't say, give me your ID right now or else. You know, he wasn't, they didn't escalate the situation whatsoever. That's how you do police work. That is how you serve the public. It's exactly how you do it.
This situation teaches us that transparency and clear communication are key to avoiding unnecessary misunderstandings. Government agencies should ensure restricted areas are properly marked, while citizens should strive to understand and follow the rules. Most importantly, both sides must remain calm and respectful to handle situations effectively and professionally.